And then now I'll do the check, see how consistent. So I think I added more keenness to it, but I lost some of that polish here. I'll be right back. So now I just cleaned both the stone and the blade. I'm just gonna look at it real quick. Kind of a bit of a sandblasty look on this one, but it could be, but it's consistent all the way. It could be just the water evaporating and all that kind of stuff off of it. What is that called? I can't think of precipitation. When your mirror fogs up, that thing. And then with this sensation, it's smoother, and basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to polish that's cutting, but just very slow. And then what I had found with this one, I would get the polish on there, but then the edge would look like I had craters, like little grooves of the striations, like they would, like when they heal erodes from the mountain and all the sediment runs in and you have those valleys. That's what I was finding that I was getting, which I think what it was, I was using that other stone for the slurry, and I was getting some polish from the stone, but there was remnants in there that were creating those striations in there that was like ruining the work I was doing. So I think the issues I was having is using the wrong kind of slurry stone in that stage of that honing process with the Coticule. And then of course each steel is different. It's going to handle react differently to the particles on the stone, and each one is unique. And now I'm paying attention to that heel. And I've still been trying to figure out what the texture of the stones would make me think of. And for the life of me, I can't put it into words yet. So until I come across something that's like, oh yeah, that's the texture that it makes me think of, I don't know. Because like some stones, you have the feeling of soapstone texture. Like if you've ever did any soapstone carving, it has a certain slippery texture to it, or what are some of those other stones that in geology class that you get to handle or whatever? They have a certain texture or whatever. And each one of my stones, of course, they just have their own unique property, but these two are similar. This one just feels like it's got more tooth to it, and then, like I said, with the grist, it's like cutting or scraping a horn, and it's just interesting. I didn't know that they would have organic smell like you would like a mudstone or a slate or something like that. Usually siltstone usually would have a smell, shale, like a shale smell. So I found that interesting with that, but I'm sure they are formed in similar means. They just have those garnets in with the clay and mud and all the other binders that make up these stones. I'm gonna rinse this off. And usually as I go along, I'm using a different spot on my rag to wipe, so I'm not contaminating or setting my edge back from. Yeah, there's silence there. And this is not stropping. That's like what you want before you do any kind of stropping. You want it just to go in like butter. And you won't be able to hear it, but it's popping those hairs. And what I'm looking for is how it feels when it cuts. I think that heel, it's cutting. It's just I think I need a little bit more work on the heel. So let's see how I did with that. And also I'm trying to feel the consistency of, if I can get to grab the hair, because I want it to grab and cut effortlessly, because the hairs on my arm are a lot thinner than what I have on my head and face. Let's cut. Let's just. My hair is not being cooperative. I think I might do passes right there. I know you could do some stropping, but I really want to get the performance from the stone to the point where it's like cutting effortlessly before I strop. Because then I know what's coming off the stone is the best I can do for that edge. Yeah, it's grabbing it. I just splitting the hair. It's difficult with curly hair, isn't it? Well, I thinned the hair out. Okay, so now I'll do some stropping. And this is a long blade too. I compared it to some of the other edges I have, razors I have, and it's just the length of this thing is just crazy, but it's not that difficult to use either. It's actually a pretty comfortable blade. The steel's, I'm not saying soft because it's good steel, but I mean like the feeling sensation is very smooth, soft on the skin. We'll say that. So now just with the fuse, oh yeah, see, now it's just like more efficient cutting. So by getting it closer on the stone, I think I get a better edge. So when you do strop, you're getting the most out of it and keeping the imprint of the stone. You know, that those textures that the stone leaves behind. So here, I'll show you what I mean. It's another Wade and Butcher. I just got this one, like I said. But look at that. It's just about a ½ inch longer in the blade. Isn't that funny? I think I got another rattler grind that's the similar thing. That is just much longer. I just don't know why. It was maybe just a design choice, but I really like these thicker blades, the heavier meaty blades. I don't know, they just, for my hair and skin, they just work really well. So hopefully it's going to shave well. See how it goes. Thanks for watching.